All right, let's.
Oh yeah, I'm telling a drunk story.
Yeah,
That's
drunk
right.
story and or drugs. You do.
I could tell it.
Can you tell drug stories?
That's what also I'm wondering. I'm like, can I tell? Luckily, it was weed. It wasn't like.
Have you done any other drugs? Can you say that? Just wink once.
I haven't done very many though.
I've never. I have shrooms over there, but I don't do.
I want to try them so bad.
You
but
can take some with
I'm
you.
not
They're
gonna.
just always there. I don't. I'm
They're just always there.
I'm terrified. I like. I got shrooms. The show used to be sponsored by a shroom company, and then I've never done them because I'm terrified of shrooms.
I want a microdose. I really think it would heal my long COVID. I've convinced myself.
That microdosing will?
Yeah.
Take some. It's microdose.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, I probably should not keep like, take the drugs.
Take the drugs.
Like,
you're like, hey, work for my company. Take the drugs. Like,
yeah, there's no drug tests.
oh, there's not? Oh, all right. Okay.
Like, all right, sign me up. I'm fucking good.
When I started working for Chicago Public Schools, they gave me a drug test, and then they've never drug tested me since, and it's been like 6 years.
Isn't that fucking wild? That CPS. Like, I was nervous because I was like, oh, they're gonna piss test me all the time, and then I was like talking to my coworkers, and all of them at the school that I worked at, all of them smoked weed.
Yeah.
All of them.
And now they don't even test for it.
They don't test for weed?
Not since it became legalized.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We got an email when it became legalized, and they were like, we're no longer drug testing for weed.
Oh my God. Do you know that this is like, when did I quit my job last year? That would have been like two winters ago. I quit working and I didn't know that. I thought Chicago was still testing for weed, and I smoked a fuck ton of weed when I was in Washington, just home on some shows. And then I came back and I knew that I had to take a piss test for a job. So then I just kept pushing the piss test back. And it just looked like I for sure was on drugs.
Yeah.
Because they're like, dude, you've done everything but the piss test. But I kept testing at home and I was just not pissing clean. It took like 7 weeks for me to piss clean.
Oops.
Yeah, and now I feel dumb because I could have just went and taken the fucking piss test.
You could have.
What an idiot.
That's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know.
This is why you need people like you in your corner, so that way the information.
I only read the important emails.
Like, hey, did you know there's an assembly today? Like, nah.
Oh my God, I'd never know there's an assembly.
But I do know that you guys don't piss test for weed anymore.
I never know what's going on, and I'm like, I bet that was in an email.
Oh man, I don't.
Speaking of that, I need to sign up for the holiday party.
See, there you go. Look at that. See,
I think it may have already been due by now. But they'll let me go.
It's a potluck. You got to bring some.
No, it's actually like a bar or a restaurant.
Oh, isn't that a fun experience? Has anybody been like drunk at any of those? Like,
so this is my first school holiday party I will be attending.
Okay.
And I have a feeling, they're going to be drunk.
Yeah.
Because it's the last day that students are there, and then we have a PD day the next day.
Yeah, that Friday.
So they're all going to be rolling up hammered.
Yeah, fucked up. I heard one of the school's principals was like twerking and shit.
That would not shock me.
That would I'm like, you guys are way closer than I would have thought.
Yeah, teachers are wild.
I didn't know that either.
They're wild.
We've done some like after school. Shout out to the PE teacher that I know. He does he'll have parties and have like strippers over.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
Like he's living his best life.
All on $65,000 a year.
No, he makes a lot more than that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Good.
He's been at CPS for a long time.
He's
good. Making 6 figures and shit.
Good for him.
He's doing really well. That's why he can afford the good strippers.
That's the good one.
He
doesn't get them from Indiana. He gets them from the city.
Yeah, he gets city strippers. City strippers, none of that suburb shit. The bad middle of the farms strippers. Those are probably good ones.
I've been to one strip club in my entire life, and it was in Akron, Ohio. And God, I felt so good in there. I was like, I'm hotter than all of you.
You're like, just sign me up. I guess.
I was like, damn, this is fantastic.
Why did you go to a strip club in Akron?
So I'm from Akron.
That's right.
And then one of my best friends from back home, some guy that she was talking to at the time, she was like, oh, he's at this strip club. What was it called? The Peppermint Hippo?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
The peppermint. I went to the peppermint
In Akron, Ohio?
Yes.
Why the fuck were you
There's a
there?
comedy club that's out by there.
Yeah, you were at okay, funny enough, I'm pretty sure we were at that. Yeah, you were at Funny Stop.
No, it wasn't Funny Stop. It was
Oh, you were at what the heck is it called? It's in Maslin.
yeah, Crackpots.
Crackpots.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was at Funny Stop.
That's crazy.
So I was at Funny Stop. She came to watch my show, and she was like, "This guy that I'm talking to, he's at the strip club," and I already was like, I was fucked up. This wasn't even the story I was gonna tell. This isn't even the story I was gonna tell.
A free story, yeah.
Yeah, for 2 stories. Yeah, and so I was like, yeah, I've never been to the strip club. Let's go. And so we went, and I was like so excited because I'd never been to the strip club, and I was hotter than everybody. And then I was so drunk, I ate his friend, the guy she was talking to. His friend got chicken tenders. I didn't know this man. I ate his chicken tenders.
All of them? Did you share?
I don't remember. And then I fell asleep at the bar.
Yo, that is it's
I fell asleep at the strip club, and the bartender was like, "Is your friend okay?" And my best friend was like, "All right, we gotta get you out of here." And then she got me back to my parents' house, and I was so like, oh God, it was so bad because I was meeting my nephew the next day for the first time. He was just born.
Intro. Yeah. Oh, and, this is fine. He won't remember. Like,
he doesn't know. And then I threw up on my mom's rug because I was so drunk.
Damn.
And I was cleaning it.
You got
and then
wasted.
Oh, I got wasted. It was bad because I didn't eat dinner. Oh, and then we went to this bar next to the comedy club, and I just had a side of fries. It just was not enough. And rookie mistake.
Yeah.
And the chicken tenders from the strip club, it was too late.
Yeah. So and
then I was drunk, scrubbing the rug. Yeah. And honestly, that rug already looks like it's kind of been puked on, so that was good. But then I was scared that my parents were going to find the paper towels with puke on them.
Oh, wait. So your parents didn't know that you threw up? I thought
they still don't. If they listen to this, they will. They'll know.
Text you to next week, hey, so we thought you threw up, but thanks for confirming.
I literally took out the trash because I was they're gonna find my puke.
Why are you so worried that they find out?
They're so Christian.
Oh no, they knew though. If you smelled like alcohol, if you threw up, you definitely smelled like alcohol. They for sure could smell it.
I know.
Next day.
Granted, I was 28 years old, so I was 28 maybe.
They're not gonna. You're not a kid.
I know. I'm a grown ass adult.
You're like, mommy and daddy's gonna find out.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
That's hilarious that you had I went to the exact same strip club. That is
I cannot believe
I couldn't remember the name of the. I told this story where the strippers were awful. They were not attractive at all, and there was one that kept harassing me the entire night.
This one girl, her boobs just looked so empty, and she's the only you know what I mean, an empty titty. They were there, but they just didn't look like they had anything in them.
They've
and
been
then
through a lot.
That was the only person I gave $1 to because she had a pasty, Star Pasties. And I was like, I like your pasties. And she was like, give me money. And I was like, whoa, I'm not going to say anything to anybody else.
Yeah, you're like, oh, damn, it costs money to talk to you. You didn't get a dance or anything? You didn't want to experience the full experience?
I was too drunk. I couldn't. I would have loved that, honestly.
So you got to go back then. Maybe not there, but
I'll go back to the Peppermint Hippo.
I'm glad that you said the name because I could not remember the name for the
They did have a $15 cover charge though, which is very steep for Akron, Ohio.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I was drunk as shit when I got there.
You paid a $15 cover charge.
That's crazy. I was drunk as shit by the time I got inside that strip club. And then I started drinking so hard because this very
I know what you want to say.
Yeah. Voluptuous.
Yeah. It's probably the same voluptuous girl I saw.
That's crazy that she still was there.
I'm assuming it's her.
She's
burned into my memory.
Yeah. Burned into mine too, for sure. She just kept coming over to me and would not stop. So then I would just go get a drink every time she came over to me. And then,
she went over to you 17 times.
So many times. I got fucked up. And then I finally just gave in. I was like, fine, I'll take a dance. And it was a terrible decision. She smelled like pepperonis for sure. I don't know if I can
Not
say
pepperoni.
that. But it was, and she was like sweaty and stuff. And I was like, because, it's like, I was there for like
That's
an hour
so
and a half.
specific. Pepperoni.
It's like a sweat, like a very, like a salty meat for sure. It was like a salty meat smell. Because she had been there.
Would
like,
you rather that than BO? Or would you rather BO?
I've had some musty dancers before. I spent a lot of time in strip clubs.
Dang.
And I've had some musty dancers before. And I'm like, God damn, my nose doesn't work. But when I, like something awful, like it has to be awful.
I feel like if I was a stripper, I'd be musty. Because I don't know. You just start sweating. Come on, like you do one dance, I'd be sweaty. The rest of the night,
be musty though. Like musty is
I'd be afraid I'd smell sweaty.
But I don't think the people won't smell the sweat because that's like it's like pheromones and shit in that. But like
I guess that's
must,
true. No,
like,
maybe
like,
not must, but I would be worried I'd smell sweaty.
For sure, every stripper smells somewhat sweaty. I prefer sweaty over like the sugar whore smell that they have on them sometimes.
Sweet Pea from Victoria's Secret.
God.
Love Spell. It's Love Spell from Victoria's Secret. Sweet Pea is
them.
Bath and Body Works.
They're just all like, ugh. Then it's like on your clothes, and I'm like, I gotta wash these before I go home.
Wash that whore off of you.
That's where it comes from. It's from people going
from those the Sweet Pea trying to hide the Love Spell pepperoni scent. It's like in high school when like boys would spray Axe in the hallway instead of taking a shower.
Yeah, I was never one of the Axe boys, so
they ruined Axe for me because I actually thought it smelled kind of good.
It didn't. I always like I'm even now I'll smell it. I'm like, it's not awful smelling. I don't get the.
It's just the fact that it was covering up so much BO.
Yeah, so it's just like shitty armpit smell and Axe.
I just remember in junior high, like the boys would spray so much Axe in the hallway. And like I just went to this tiny little Christian school and somebody, I don't know who even like came into the school and they were like, this hallway stinks. And all of our teachers were like, this hallway stinks.
That's and like all of the boys are like super self-conscious too. So they're like, is it me? I don't like, and then they go get more Axe. So,
make it worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm glad we had this shared experience at
the Peppermint Hippo.
There we go, Peppermint Hippo. I'm gonna go look it up so I can see because I don't remember.
I remember a lot of neon.
Were there like Were there plants inside? I feel like there were plants on the stage inside. Am I making that up?
I don't remember. All right. I think both of us can't remember. I could text my friend, be like, "Hey,
were there plants inside?" Yeah. All right, let's get to your ridiculous story because you told one of my favorite stories.
I don't know if I can top it. I won't lie to you.
That the story that you told last time. I'm gonna have to go and tag the story in the link. I'll put up the short. I'll repost that short because that was one of my favorite.
It's so bad. It's so
hilarious.
I'm not proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. My friend is watching from heaven and she's like, "Yep, that's my girl."
Last birthday ever.
Last birthday. Ruined it. I ruined it.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go repost that just because of this. So let's get your new ridiculous.
My other ridiculous drunk story. It was 4th of July, 2018.
Okay.
And the next day, July 5th, I was to fly out for my friend's engagement party, and my flight was at like 5 a.m.
Dang.
Or maybe I had to be at the airport at 5. I can't remember. It was super early flight.
Yeah, it's way too early.
Way too early. And I was like, I know. I'm going to stay up all night and drink and then go to the airport.
Why did drinking have to be?
Because it was 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. You have to stay up all night and drink. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to be up till like 2 a.m. anyways, you might as well.
Well, why not stay up till 4 and then get in
4 hours?
Yeah, because I think that was like the thing is I was going to need to leave at 3 in order to get there. Maybe my flight wasn't until like 6.
So you have to wake up at 3.
I needed to like leave at 3 o'clock and then so I would be there like 2 hours early.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to stay up all night and drink. Which was a great idea.
Great idea, actually. Staying up the whole night.
I thought it was.
Drink through. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then that was the first night I tried. Oh, so first of all, I get home from work and I get home late because my fucking coworker, I was working at a restaurant, and you know, if you work in the industry, you work with a lot of addicts. And this guy was like coming down, and he was like, had the sweats and was shaking. And he was like, I gotta go. I'm sick. I'm sick. And we're like, you're all coming down off of heroin, Edward. Like, that's what actually is happening. And I was so fucking angry at him because he left mid-shift. And I had a 4th of July party happening at my apartment that I was then late for because Edward decided to not do drugs that day. And I was super mad at him, which I know is all about me.
Wait a second. You're like, Edward, just do the drugs.
Honestly.
Life coach over here.
I need you here. I have a party. Edward was insane. He had a picture. He had a tattoo of Johnny Cash on his arm. And I was like, one day I was like, I like your Johnny Cash tattoo. Because I am, I grew up in Ohio. I'm a country fan. Yeah. It's the most embarrassing thing about me. And I was like, I like your Johnny Cash tattoo. And he's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Everybody says it's Elvis. And I was like, okay.
Chill out, bro.
He's crazy. He also told our one coworker that I don't even know if I should be, I'm spilling all Edward's business. But anyways, he like told us that he likes to watch he likes to record himself masturbating and then watch those videos of himself masturbating. So his present self and past self can finish at the same time.
There's logic to that for
Wild.
sure. There's logic to that though. It's kind of weird.
Is there?
I feel like there is some logic.
You could just watch porn.
Nah, but like there's something about like if you've ever like watched porn and then like came at the same time, there's something magical about that.
Yeah, but it's not me.
But if you're doing it to yourself, yeah, I think maybe it's a boy thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just weird also for
you and Edward can have that shared experience.
Edward, I'm gonna text you after this and we're gonna figure out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Fucking Edward. So I'm late to my own party, and I get there, and my roommate and everybody else is already like pretty fucked up, and I was like, I gotta catch up. And my roommate's crying because she found out that the guy she was seeing at the time was bi, and he didn't tell her. And I don't know why it mattered because she was bi too.
Maybe she just wanted to share that moment.
I don't know. Yeah. She was like, he didn't tell me. And I was like, you're bi. What the fuck? You're just both bi. Like, what does it matter? Anyways. And that was the first time I tried Malort.
Gross.
That night because her boyfriend loved Malort. Red flag.
Loves?
Loves.
Like we'll
purposely drink Malort.
You like go to the liquor store and buy Malort.
Yeah. And I had already had like quite a few drinks at this point, and he handed me the bottle of Malort, and I didn't know what it was. And he was like, here, drink this. And so I took a swig from the bottle because I'm fucked up, and then I almost puked everywhere because of the Malort.
Malort is fucking disgusting.
No, it's so terrible.
I got tricked into it. This is Chicagoans are terrible people for tricking people with the Malort shit. That is. As
a server, I love tricking people with Malort.
That's awful.
It is. It is terrible. I'm not going to say it's not.
That is awful.
It's terrible. So anyway, so I stay up all night. I drink. I go to the bathroom. And I fall asleep on the toilet.
No.
Like, I don't even know that and I wasn't even taking a shit. That's the crazy part. I was just peeing.
There for 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
I pass out. And like at this apartment, the toilet and the sink are like really, really close together. So I'm like this on the sink.
Yeah.
Passed out. I wake up. It's 3:30. I was already supposed to be in the Uber on the way to O'Hare.
Shit.
So I freak out. I grab my bag for my friend's engagement party. I don't even know what's in my bag at this point.
So
I just grab it. Like, I don't know if I have contacts. I don't know if I have anything. I can't find my glasses because I'm borderline blacked out. I'm like, fuck it. I'll figure it out at the airport.
Yeah. Figure it out when you get there.
So I call my Uber, but I call an Uber pool.
Oh, no.
Call an Uber pool. I get in the Uber. There's somebody already there. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to puke because I'm so drunk. So I just kind of like curl up into myself in the back seat next to a stranger.
Nothing strange about that. The other person's like, can I end the trip?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, so for some reason, I don't know where he was going, but I was going to be the first drop off. even though I'm going all the way to O'Hare. I don't know where he was going.
Yeah, what the?
And he was like, dude, just drop me off first. Just drop me off first. And the Uber driver's like, no, I'm not going to drop you off first. Like, she's the first drop off. And he's like, come on, man. Like, I'll give you $40 if you just like drop me off first. And
I don't think you can do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. And that's what he's telling the guy. He's like, she's asleep. She doesn't even care. I'm like, no, I can hear you.
You're like, actually, I'm awake.
I was like, I'm just really drunk. Okay. So he drops me off at the airport. I go in. I like can barely work the check-in thing because I'm so drunk. And at this point, I like forget what I don't even know what I'm wearing. And I like look down. I still have on my 4th of July shirt, which has this huge American flag and an eagle that I had gotten from the thrift store. And it says, "Let freedom ring."
That's so fire, though. Like,
I don't know where that shirt is. I wish I still had it. It's so funny. And I had on these like joggers or whatever, but then I realized I put them on inside out.
Oh, dang.
Because like the tag, there's like a tag on the leg, and it's like hanging out at O'Hare.
You look like a hot mess.
Oh, a hot fucking mess. Yeah. I don't have my glasses. I don't have contacts in. I cannot see. So not only am I drunk, I can't see.
Yeah.
And so then the lady... I actually can't believe they let me go through because I was clearly drunk.
I don't think that there's rules against that, right? Can you?
I don't know. I've heard that like you can't
get on a plane drunk?
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know how true that is.
I've gone on plenty of planes drunk as shit.
Well,
yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't know. I've heard that
maybe
it is,
like
but
yeah, that would make sense. Like disorderly conduct type or
yeah,
shit is.
It might also depend on how drunk you are.
Yeah.
And if you're being loud about it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just quietly fumbling around.
I'm just quietly drunk.
Yeah, like I'm a quiet mess over here. All right.
That was me. I was a quiet mess, and so like I'm flying United. Fuck United, and I was like, I have a carry-on. And she's like, no, you still have to pay for the carry-on. And I was like so drunk, I was just like, fine. So I just like give this lady I like can't even figure out how to run the credit card. I like give this lady my credit card. And I'm like stumbling around O'Hare blind as shit. Because I like can't see.
Like, yo, who is this fucking crackhead back here?
And I'm like finally get to my gate and I was like, okay, I can get a bagel. So I like, but then there's like a fight.
A fight?
In the line to get a bagel, not with me, but with someone else because it's before 6 a.m. still.
Yeah, it's early as shit.
It's early as shit. And like there were these two, actually, I don't even know if I should tell this part of the story. But there was a fight because someone misgendered somebody.
Oh.
But it was
at
also
6 a.m.
But it was also 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And this guy wasn't like trying to be rude.
Yeah,
he was just honestly the person was like, that's not the coffee I wanted. And then the guy in front of me was like, I'll take his coffee. And then they were like,
oh, fuck.
You misgendered me in the airport line. But I was like, but you're also kind of being a dick about the coffee. So like, just like, it's 6 a.m.
Yeah, like it's so early, please.
I'm like, it's 6 a.m.
I'm still drunk, all right?
I'm still drunk.
Very drunk.
I'm like, all I want is this. Like, I didn't even want the egg. I just wanted the ham and cheese on the bagel. I told him no eggs.
Like, I'm too drunk for this. Please, I will take all of the coffees.
That is what happened. So then I get on the plane and I'm next to this, like, still, my pants are still inside out. I never fixed them.
Yeah, I love that.
I never fixed them. I get on the airplane. And I'm next to this mom and daughter, and I just like looked at them, and I was like, "I'm so fucked up right now." And they were,
they're like, "Thanks."
They were like, "Ha ha ha!" I'm like, "No, seriously, I'm drunk." And they're like, "Ha ha."
Yeah, the mom was like, "Make better life choices."
Yeah, well, it was an adult daughter. It was an adult daughter.
So I just imagine like a 5-year-old.
Oh my god, no, it wasn't a child. I probably would have said nothing if it was a child. So then I like finally, and I text my friend who's gonna pick me up, and I was like, I'm unwell. I was like, I drank way too much last night. I'm not okay. Yeah. And so she picks me up and she was like, and I'm finally like not as drunk anymore. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, okay, I gotta go get my hair done for the party. And I'm like, okay. So we go and I'm hungover now. Like I'm not okay. And I'm in her, like I'm at the hair salon with her. Mm-hmm. And if anybody knows, like, it doesn't take, it's not quick to, like, get your hair done.
No, it's like hours that you gotta sit there, yeah.
Literally hours. So I was in a chair like this, and I fell asleep in the middle of the salon. I like somehow curled myself up like this, and I slept for hours in the chair. And I'm sure that these people were like, "What the actual fuck? Who did you bring?"
Pants still inside out, or what did we?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't remember. I don't even remember. But I fell asleep in this fucking chair. A hot ass mess.
Damn.
And then we get to the engagement party the next day, and her mom's like, "Heard you had a good night." And I was like, "Why'd you tell your mom?"
Yeah, you're like, now I'm getting fucked up here too.
Yeah,
So guess what, Cindy?
You know, I actually just did poppers at that party, but
Poppers.
I did drink, but I did poppers because there was some random gay man there who had poppers.
Okay. What do poppers make? How do they make you feel?
It's like a really quick high. You just like.
Oh, so you don't have to put them in your butt.
No. Oh my God, that would really. We were all putting things up each other's butts at the party.
Up your butt.
No.
Bro, I'm slow. I know nothing about that.
It's like just like this thing that you sniff, and it gives you.
I thought it was.
It's not a butt thing.
Put them up your butt. Because
I don't want anything called a popper in my butt.
But that's fair. That is fair. I thought it was for anal sex, so you have to put it in your butt. No, you just.
No, you smell it. I think it might loosen your butthole up.
That's what it does. Yeah, I know that part because I've worked with a lot of gay people.
Oh,
so I knew that it relaxed your butt. I didn't know that, so I just assumed.
So I was doing it for no reason.
You were just getting. It's also a party drug though. People do it to get high, but I didn't know. I know that it made. Well, it worked. Like it didn't check the other parts. So
I did not check my butthole that night.
Yeah.
I didn't check my. I didn't. Nope. I didn't look at my butthole at all that night.
What does the high feel like? What is it like?
Is it just like really quick, or at least for
is
me,
it like
it's
speed,
quick.
like high, like that kind of high, or is it like a
like
down,
if
is
I
it
felt
upper
like
or downer?
I think it's technically an upper. I just felt like lightheaded, and like I smelled an expo marker too hard, like like you were huffing paint or something, and I was like, ooh.
Never huffed paint.
You just like not on purpose.
So casual. Yeah. You know when you like huff paint, like it's the same thing. No,
like when you're painting and you smell the paint too much.
Yeah.
I've never gone to Home Depot and bought a gallon of paint to huff it.
I don't know what you're doing. You could be over here with your spray.
I am from Ohio, so.
Yeah, exactly.
We will try to get high off of anything to forget we're there.
Yeah. All right, so you ended your night doing poppers.
Well, yeah, that weekend. And then I did embarrass myself at her wedding reception too, because someone let me drink 2 bottles of rosé.
Oh, you were going for it that weekend. Jesus.
Well, that was the next year.
Oh.
And I drank 2 bottles of rosé. I cried for 40 minutes about how much I loved the bride and groom
At the
rehearsal dinner.
Damn.
In front of everybody.
Nobody decided to take you away.
No. They just let me be. So messy.
Oh man.
I was so messy. Oh my God. But to be fair, the groom and all the groomsmen did Molly that night before the wedding.
Damn. Who are the people that you hang out with?
They were a good time. They're a good time.
That's a good time for sure.
And then I guess he texted my friend, the groom texted his bride at 4 a.m. and he's like, I can't fall asleep. She's like, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna kill you.
What the fuck? I didn't know Molly made you stay up. I know it makes everything.
I've never
good.
taken it. But I don't know what time they took the Molly. But yeah, I got super drunk and then I almost fell in the campfire. Thank God I didn't. I don't remember that part. But I was a responsible drunk because they told me that I put myself to bed.
Oh.
I was like, what time is it? And they were like, midnight. And I was like, gotta go to bed.
Yeah, you're like jumping over the fire, like, wait, what time is it?
What time is it? And they're like, yeah. And then you almost fell in the fire. And then you went to bed. I do remember putting ranch dressing on rice that night and thinking that would be a good snack because I was so drunk.
That's not.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
That's a gross snack.
It was disgusting.
Was it like soupy or did you put just enough to make it like kind of
I think I just put enough to make it like.
Okay. Still pretty gross.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But then I woke up, took 2 Advil, and I was like, My hair and makeup was at 9. I'm like, ready, rock and roll, guys. They're like, we can't believe you're okay.
That's amazing.
It was amazing because I do get hungover. It's not like I'm one. I'm not like I don't get hungover. I'm not one of those people.
You just mocked me for sure.
I get hungover.
I never got hangovers. It like never happened.
Fuck off.
Yeah. No repercussions for my terrible decisions.
Oh, I get repercussions. I get repercussions.
Yeah. What's your worst hangover experience then?
The one that I vividly remember, I was in college and I thankfully didn't have to work. So normally I would work breakfast.
Okay.
And thankfully I was working dinner that night for some reason. But I just remember I couldn't get up. I had to be horizontal.
Oh, what the fuck?
Every time I sat up, I was like, I'm going to throw up. And I just had to keep laying down. And then I was finally able to get out of bed and I went to work and we had a training thing. And they gave us like a big thing of French fries with a ton of cheese and bacon on them. And I did eat them. But it was just like, I couldn't sit up for hours. Like hours. Could not sit up.
That sounds fucking awful. So every time if you moved upright, you would just fucking throw up.
Yeah. I didn't actually puke, but I was like, I can't sit up.
Oh, damn.
I
feel like that's worse. Like not actually throwing up and feeling like you had to
I probably would have
up.
felt better if I had thrown up.
Yeah, like you just throw up a couple of times. You're like, all right, kind of over it. Unless you just keep. The one I did get a hangover one time and I threw up like until I continued. Like I just kept throwing up. And then I just started throwing up bile.
That's the worst.
And like that is. You said, wait, the worst? You said it like it's happened like multiple times.
Yeah, it has. It has. Not from drinking, from getting the flu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, damn.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
In March, I don't know if it was the flu or food poisoning, but I had a bile moment and it was bad.
Yeah, that's the worst when you're just like, and it's just nothing.
It's so aggressive too. Like that puke is so aggressive because it's coming from like the depths of your belly.
Yeah, the depths of hell. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, it was so bad. I had drank like 3 White Claws, or no, it was High Noons. Doesn't matter. 3 seltzers, and I 2.5 because I started the third one and I was like, I don't feel good. I really don't feel good. And I told my friend, I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go right now. We were in the Uber, and I was like, I'm gonna puke. And she was like, we're 10 minutes from your house. You can hold it together. And then it took about another hour and a half. When you throw up 2.5 High Noons, that's so much more liquid than you ever thought. I can't even look at a watermelon High Noon. Can't look at it. I was so sick.
Yeah.
I lost 7 pounds in like a day and a half.
Damn. That's kind of nice though. You're like,
I was like, I'm so skinny.
Yeah, like looking fierce. All right.
I was like, I look great.
Oh shit. All right. Where we at time, boys? All right, dope. Perfect. Let the people know where they can find you. Any cool shit you got going on?
Yeah. So you can find me on social media on all platforms at I am Nina Kern. That's NINAKERN. And then am I allowed to plug my own podcast?
Yeah, plug
okay.
everything. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if we're allowed to plug. Yeah, I also have a podcast. I run it with another comedian in the city. He does improv. So he's not a stand-up guy. But anyways, it's called White Collars, Red Hands. It's about white collar crime.
Okay, I like that name.
I didn't come up with it.
I like that.
That was all him.
That is a good ass name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
White collar, red hands. God, that's a good name. That's a good name. All right, fuck yeah.
It's fun. We're about to start our 14th season.
14th season?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Have you been a part of it since the beginning?
Very beginning.
Fuck. How many episodes is like each season then?
10, and then we have some bonus episodes.
Damn.
Yeah.
So at least 150 episodes at this point.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
A lot of back catalog. It starts getting good at season 3.
Like, don't go look at that stuff.
I'll tell people about it and they'll go to like the first episode. Yeah, I'm like, please don't listen to that.
No, yeah. The first episodes of this are not great. There actually are some really fucking great ones because I didn't have guests on. It was just me and a buddy that would just tell our crazy stories. Then we talk about other shit and stuff. And there were some great stories on there, but they are awful episodes For sure.
Oh yeah, like when we first started, like we had one microphone in between us that we would both talk into.
Yeah.
And it was the height of like we started it in October 2020. We should not have been doing that.
No, sharing a microphone, especially just breathing towards
just
each other.
in each other. Yeah. There was no social distancing. We were more like 6 inches apart, like not 6 feet.
Face on the mic together.
Literally, like unsexually spit in my mouth. Like that is what happened. If my roommate at that time knew, oh my God, she'd be so mad.
Oh, so you were secretly...
No, she knew I was going to record the podcast, but she did not know about like the microphone sharing.
Gotcha.
We did get our own mics though pretty quick. Like we changed that up pretty quickly because we were like, wow, the sound quality is terrible.
Yeah. Those first, that's all it always is though. The first, like, you're like, we can just do this with one microphone and it'll sound great. And then you're like, it's echoey as shit.
Yeah.
There's
super
so
echoey.
much fucking sound. Yeah. Well, fuck it. Well, white collars, red hands.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Hell yeah. All right. Well, this has been a drunken night out, y'all. Why is that happening?
I don't know.
All right.
You're like, oh, it's fine.